to the Sabrae Show Live, where we control our own narratives and have the conversations that we need to have in order to empower our community. Welcome to season 2. You guys, we made it to season 2. So we have a lot of episodes. If this is your first time watching, make sure you go back and check the show's archives. We have a ton of shows. I think it's about 18 episodes that you can check out. First, I want to give a special shout out to the subscribers of the show. We have over 500 subscribers now, and I mean, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, I appreciate the support. Y'all like family now, pretty much. It's really hard to find people to support you early on. Most people hop on a bandwagon once you're already going, but you know, shout out to the subscribers that we have, over 500. That's big. And also a special shout out to Claudia Jordan. I don't know if most of you probably know who she is. Some of you, you can Google her, look her up. I don't have time to, she has a long list of accomplishments or whatever. But thank you for all of the kind words and the advice that you've given for the show. I really appreciate that. That does not go without, recognition. So shout out to Claudia Jordan. Without further ado, let me introduce today's guests. We have 2 wonderful guests that will assist me with today's topic. We have Sean and Yada. Alright, and today's topic is living with your significant other before marriage. A lot of people out there around our age group, you know, the millennials, a little bit older, a little bit younger, if you're in a relationship, you are considering probably moving in with the person that you love or that you really like or whatever, and a lot of people, your parents or your family, will tell you no, or some people will say, oh, go ahead. But the truth is, a lot of people won't share with you the reality of it. And if you're thinking about it, whether you're in a relationship or not, and it's just a thought, and we're just gonna give you we're just gonna enlighten you on what it really is to live with your significant other. So first, do any of y'all currently live with your significant other?
No, right now.
No? Okay. I currently live with my significant other. But y'all both have lived with your significant other?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sean, for you, how about how long?
It's been 2 different stints.
Okay.
Probably the longest, 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
Okay.
Longest stint was a year. Shortest is probably like 3.5 months.
3.5 months?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have a wide range of perspective here. Do you think that it's a good idea or a bad idea?
You want to start? Ladies first.
Ladies first? For all the people out here who are thinking about it.
Necessary to live with somebody before you marry them, because
I totally agree.
They always say you don't know someone until you marry them, and that's so true. Like, the deal breakers come out when you live with them, like their hygiene habits, because when you're going to his house, going to your house, oh, he's on his best behavior, you're on your best behavior. When you see that person day in and day out, you see how they live, how they function, how they manage expenses and things, because like, marriage is like it's a business agreement. It's not just romance, it's like business. And I need to know that you can help us maintain the household, the bills, keep everything straight, and not drive me crazy every single day. Like,
yes. What about you? You think it's a good idea, to live with your significant other before marriage, or is it a bad idea?
It's definitely a good idea. I thought y'all was going to say no, and this was going to be like a back and forth, like first take. But it's definitely important, you know, in my expertise, because like when you're just like boyfriend and girlfriend and you're living in 2 separate houses, you get mad at your partner, you can kind of like separate.
Right.
2-3 days, you don't have to. When you live with somebody,
no escape.
Y'all gotta talk that shit out. Like,
you have to talk it out. Even if you're not talking out, if you're not talking, you have to carry on the same routine.
Yes.
So, I mean, all of those are factors. And like what Yada was saying is, you really do not know someone until you live with them, because the smallest stuff, you know, like will irritate you.
Yes.
You know, not washing dishes, you know, things like that. Not putting the toilet paper back.
Yes.
Those smallest things can trigger.
They can trigger an argument, a serious argument. I think that, first of all, I think it takes you 2 years to really know a person when you're in a relationship with them. Like, that first year, okay, it might coast by, you know, y'all might hit that. I always think that in a relationship you hit a 6-month mark where you could either break up or y'all stay together and y'all be a stronger couple. But then after 2 years, I feel like it's a really good time to if y'all see each other, you know, longevity in a relationship, to move in together.
2 years, I feel like it's pretty decent. I've done it sooner than that, and then I've done it later than that.
Okay.
So, like, my first experience was the later, you know, like, because it's with my son's father. And when we started, well, really, I kind of just moved in with him. Right. When I moved in with him, it was kind of just like, this is natural. Like, we have a kid. Like, we should live together. You know, it kind of just flowed. Prior to, it was, like, real early, but it was, like, a circumstantial situation that kind of just turned into, okay, hey, we live together. But, it actually did kind of like strengthen the relationship on the front end, weirdly enough, because we knew like early on we can deal with each other like on a day-to-day basis. We can have problems and work through them because you're forced to deal with them when you're in the same household. So it actually made the relationship stronger from doing that. So it's kind of like that weird perspective where it's like, okay, it kind of seemed rushed, but it panned out. So
I do think, and you brought the child element, like, I think that it makes sense, you know, if y'all have a child to live together, but at the same time, if y'all not in a relationship, that might be a little bit tricky. But how long do you think it takes before someone can move into
maybe a year? I say 12 months.
Okay.
And it's important. Like I said, you guys have to move in together. No one, I don't think you shouldn't move in because you got to make sure. Both of those names on the lease.
Meaning you shouldn't move with her. She shouldn't move with you.
Especially as a man, because women can get moody. And you can be out of there and you don't have any place to live. But I mean, it's the same. Men can be moody too, but both names need to be on that lease or deed, because like it could go south very fast, and then you know you're out of luck.
You have no rights. You're on 30 days. Like that's pretty much all you have.
Like I said, I think at least 2 years. That's just he says 12 months. I don't know. I just think 2 years is when you really get to know that person, to know that if you even want to be married to that person. You know, I don't think that you should move in with your significant other if y'all not thinking about marriage or considering marriage or whatever, because it's just a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Like it's an expiration date coming, and it may end tragic. And then when your property is involved, your assets and stuff. You have different things in the house, and it's just too much.
Go and buy stuff together, and now it's like we got to divvy all this stuff up.
You know, it's a little bit more complicated.
Don't do it just because you need dual income.
Right. No, that's what brings me to the next point. One of the big things, like now we live in this economic time where it just makes more sense to have two incomes in the household, and actually, for a lot of people, it's necessary. And a lot of people think, well, we together, so we might as well, make it cheaper or whatever. But, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's definitely easier on your pockets to have.
Yeah, you just can't become dependent on that, though. Because you end up like some people that I know who are now pretty much forced to be roommates. Outside of a romantic situation, you hate each other, but neither one of you can afford to move because you built this comfort zone based on this dual income, and now you're stuck. So,
and you're factoring the other person's financial.
Into your livelihood. When you really should do that, you should just be like, okay, this is extra, this is help, but I should still be
saving. Basically, you should still be saving up.
Oh yeah, and start blowing that money up on frivolous stuff, and then now y'all broke up, and it's like, where you going? Like, no, we're in this together. Like,
well, one of the tips that I have, we're going to get to tips later, but one of the tips that I have is always be ready to live on your own when you live with someone, even if y'all do have plans in a marriage, because you just never know, if something Lord forbid, if anything happens to that person, then what? Like, you just want to make sure you're good on all ends. But before we get to the rest of the tips, some of the pros, okay? First of all, economically, it's more economically efficient. Y'all get to save more or live a better lifestyle, because instead of paying the whole thing living by yourself, you're paying half living with your significant other. But by the way, how do y'all feel about how should the bills be divided?
I'm kind of like, I'm here for the 50-50. I know, the Twitter community wouldn't necessarily agree with that.
What, like the Shea Butter Twitter?
Yeah. Shea Butter Twitter is like, you split rent. Hashtag can't relate. But I just feel like it makes more sense.
Hashtag single. But go ahead.
That too. But you know what? I would sleep on that. But I think that it should just, I mean, like, honestly, if you have a rent or a mortgage or whatever it is, I mean, why, just split it. Like, if you want to divvy up bills, like, okay, I'll take this bill, you take that bill, I got the electric bill, you got the gas bill, or something like that. I mean, that's cool. But I think as far as, like, the bulk, which it would be, like, the rent, like, split that joint in half.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This show is not that long. It's too many variables. So I'm going to go with the safe answer. Because 50-50 is kind of even. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, if I made a lot of money, my significant other, I would take care of everything. Or, you know, she would take care of the groceries or the small bills. I don't make that much money, so I'm going to go with the 50-50.
And I don't think women should really, like, require that much of men, especially in these times. You have to know, like, factor in how much he makes after taxes. Like, is he going to be able to save? Like, you shouldn't put that whole burden on him. And then, fellas, you shouldn't put that, you know, if your girl got a better job, you should put all of that on her. Like, I believe in a 50-50 unless the income is totally like disproportionate. I mean, I'm down with the 50-50. I do the 50-50 and I don't mind. It's cheaper for both of us. We love it. It's just,
it be 100.
It's just fair. Right.
You could be paying everything yourself. So
you know what I'm saying? I'm down with the 50-50. I don't think that don't make him no less of a man. That don't make me no whatever. It just, I'm down with it.
It gives both of you a chance to save money though, and that should be
50-50 in 2017. It's nothing wrong with that. For the shea butter sweater, I'm sorry. You cannot relate. Like, then you can't relate. Like, you must be getting all these ballers or whatever. Right. Either they living at home or they single, which is fine too. But I don't know. Like, I just always had an issue with women, especially my black women, who got the bar set up here what men should do, and then they not trying to bring equal
to the table.
Why
do you deserve that? Like, that's my biggest issue.
And
like,
then at this age too, like, we both, you know, establishing ourselves, and around this age, we're all millennials or whatever, and we're not at our peak yet. We're not at our financial peak. So 50-50 is where it needs to be, I feel like.
I agree.
Who should pay the bills? Like, who should handle the bills? At my house, I handle the bills because I'm more organized. I'm more organized and I'm more prompt. I write everything down. But some people feel like, oh, if that's not a man. If the man is not taking care of everything, like, or whatever. But I'm like, no,
we're gonna make this cookie jar and you're gonna put this money in here, and I'm gonna pay these bills.
That's what I'm gonna put all money here.
I tell you, joint accounts.
No. Well, I said meet at the cookie jar.
Okay.
You know.
I said yes, we do. We don't do joint accounts for everything. Hell no. Like,
but maybe for the bills.
For the bills, I say I calculate the Pepco, the this, the mortgage, whatever. And you give me this, and of course, you know, you get. I'll put it all together, split it up, and then.
Which is the woman? Look, tell me how much I need to pay.
Right,
you take care of everything. I got you.
But some women aren't that responsible though, so it really just depends on the situation. Whoever's the most responsible person should just handle that. Because I tend to be very, you know, responsible. Like, so I feel like I can just do this. You just put thread where you need to put thread at. Wherever I can access it at. Yes. So we can pay these bills. I got it. I make sure it's
it's the joint accounts. I know people be like, oh, you're not married, whatever. But that's fine. You can judge yourself. But my thing is, it makes it easier. Transfer X amount.
Both names are on it.
Transfer that amount. Transfer that amount. You know, whatever. You know, and it's only the amount that for the bills. Right.
Because if you feel like somebody's gonna rip you off, you probably shouldn't even be in this situation.
Exactly. Exactly. Sean.
I agree. No, I'm serious. Like,
this is an easy show.
No, I'm just saying, like, not to be off topic. Yeah. Have you guys ever took a trip with your significant others?
Yes.
Who planned it?
I did.
Of course, the women planned. We planned. We shut up and go with the flow. That's how it goes.
Everything.
Because guys, like, I don't even see I commit. Shout out to the men who say, "Baby, I'm about to take you on a trip next week. I already planned everything." Shout out to y'all. Y'all
those
rare
3 unicorns on earth that ever did that.
Shout out to y'all, but that's not everybody's reality, and it's cool. You know, guys are just. I don't know. Y'all plan stuff that y'all want.
They're just show up and pay. They're not really
right, and that's
planners. Like,
and you guys, as long as you guys are happy wife, happy life, happy girl, happy world, whatever. Just let's knock it out.
Yeah. And another pro is you get to be with the person that you love.
Every day,
every day. Like it's so. And then
that's a pro?
That is a pro because
you know lay up with the action
every day you the cook. Y'all get to spend time together. Y'all get to do all the cute stuff or whatever it comes with being in a relationship and living together. I think that's a pro. Right. But the same thing can also be a con. Right. But
as long as you're not overdoing it, like you still have to
meals.
You still have to exist outside of that person.
What would my boyfriend do without my food? Like legit. Like I don't know.
Sonic.
Yes, he would be very unhealthy.
It's really that's the contrast.
Right.
That's the contrast.
It will legit be. Another pro is that if y'all have children, that y'all children have both parents.
Definitely better.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, that's a pro. Absolutely. That's a pro. Mm-hmm. But now moving on to the cons. One of the cons can be a clashing of personalities and lifestyles.
Yes. You definitely have to communicate. Mm-hmm. What I have learned is if something bothers you, you can't sit on it. You have to communicate.
It never works out.
You have to, no matter how small it is, because I think my uncle told me you don't have 1,000 different arguments. Mm-hmm. You have the same argument 1,000 times.
Yes.
So you have to communicate.
You're not going to bigger and bigger.
Right. Facing that way, I'm pulling it. No.
And I've actually been. It doesn't like it really doesn't. I've actually been there where it's like the tension builds up, and then it's like I gotta walk out the house in the middle of the night, go sit in my car, and be like,
it's just.
And then you gotta go back in there and deal with it because it's there every day. That person walks in from work and you just like
yes.
And then it becomes a ping pong match. You're just going back and forth,
It's a war of the wheels. It's a war of the wheels at that point.
Like I'm gonna buy this amount of milk because I know this is all I need. You know, the pettiness just builds up and then
put the empty carton back in the fridge, like writing your name on the apple juice. Like, come on, man.
Right. Or I'm gonna put my toothbrush in my toiletry thing, put it in my drawer.
Start washing only your clothes.
Right.
I've seen it all. You know you drink
make
2%
your half
milk,
of the bed.
but he drank regular milk, but you're not buying regular milk because you don't even drink it.
You come on, one half of the bed is made up, yours is still messed up. Like, okay, this is what we doing.
That is beyond petty.
My mom, she started making small portions for herself. Like I'm like, what is Dad gonna eat? What is Dad gonna eat?
She was like, who?
Yeah.
Dad who? So. No, but the clashing, and like they said, like if you can't put something, sweep it under the rug because it's always gonna come back, and then it's gonna be a bigger lump in the rug, and y'all both gonna be tripping. But
no escape. Like
it's really not. I think y'all should come up with a strategy. If you live together, well, just period. If you should come up with a strategy for how to bring about, the conversation to tackle the issues as it comes. Don't wait until y'all have an argument and then bring everything out that you've been meaning to say because
you had it all in the draft just waiting.
That's not healthy at all. Even if you might win, it just wouldn't. It's just not healthy. It's not going to do y'all any justice or whatever.
Because it really shouldn't be a win-loss mentality.
It shouldn't. And it was for me at one point because I kept losing arguments. So after that, I was just like, I'm not losing. Like, I was very immature. This was early on in our relationship. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that win-loss mentality was me. Okay? I was like, anything for the win. But now it's just, it doesn't, you don't want it in the end. Another con, the relationship just might not work. And then, y'all have to divvy up the stuff or, I don't know.
Awkward move-out moment. Oh, man.
How were the move-out moments?
Well, okay, see, the first situation for me
were they smooth or were they
it was the first one wasn't as smooth because it was like he was very upset that we broke up.
Okay.
Very upset, like livid upset. And it was like, okay, we have a child, we've been together for a long time. We've outgrown each other, I've outgrown you, I'm ready to move on. Hey, I found a place, I'm gonna be moving in like a couple of months. Basically, I'm trying to set things up, and then it's just like we're still living in this house, and it's like I can't make. I shoot it. I'm texting. It's like, who you texting? All over my shoulder. Like, oh, you in this joint and you got a dude. Like, no, I don't have another dude. I'm chilling. But like everything, like you
still in a relationship.
It's like for him, yeah, because it's like every move that I make, he thinks it's a dude, but it's really not. It's just like
the relationship just didn't work. So he's thinking that you got a whole another situation. So you still got to live with this person who thinks that you're
right. That I'm exactly when it's not that at all. Like. But it was just super uncomfortable, and I mean, we had to get past it because we co-parent. But
right.
for those couple of months, it was just like
it was strange.
I didn't want to be in there, to be honest. Like I'm just like, man, I'm gonna stay with somebody else. Like it's in my place.
Nobody wants to feel like a prisoner in their own home. Like you just.
And it was worse because I moved in with him, so it was just like
I was speaking to that. You see,
my bad. Like I mean, but it just kind of was what it was. Like my sanity was like on the line. I'm like, it's either drive myself crazy staying in the situation, or I have to leave so we can still be friends and co-parent. And I chose the friendship over the relationship, and he was not having it.
Yeah. How was your move out or breakup experience?
Honestly, mine was pretty swift. It was smooth. We were living together. All my stuff was outside. I went to get all my stuff. So it went pretty fast, so that's what I mean.
So the move out happened for you and not with you. The move happened for you and not with you.
Of course it was not neat. I had to go ahead and there. So I mean, it was pretty swift, but I mean, it happens because I do not know. I mean, too many breakups that are amicable. I mean, I think that's kind of like in the minority. Yeah, someone's going to be hurt. Maybe the other person's not hurt, but someone's going to be hurt. So, and it could be man or the woman. But that's how mine went.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna say this one. It wasn't you. That was the hurt with yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I was hurt. These were expensive clothes.
You know, the stuff outside. I mean, certain things they may deserve it. Like you never know what they did in a relationship. I'm not saying you personally, but I'm just saying certain people might deserve that. But I mean, I don't think normal breakup. Just don't put people's stuff outside. People,
I'm not really here for destruction of property. Like I don't
work too hard for their stuff. Like you could get back at a person.
She's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you get back at a person.
But you'll be sick on the back of me to cut up all your bundles, and now you like.
I didn't think about that.
Or the lipstick. Well, bundles. You wouldn't give me with the bundles. You would give me with the electronics. You
just smash my iPad or something.
Yeah.
No.
But don't do that. People work way too hard for what they have, and then for you to just destroy it because you're in your feelings, when you could just get back at them by, moving on.
Right.
What? Or if you can't move out, I would no, that destroys all types of ethics in life. But no, you can just renovate the home. And just move on mentally and physically and just do good.
That's the more change.
You don't gotta throw their shit out unless they have to really deserve it. Don't do it just because you're salty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If a dude cheats or he gave you an STD or something or got another girl pregnant, like,
but that's why most relationships are being.
Is that it?
Yes. Name another reason why you breaking up with.
Disrespect. And
I can see marriages.
No growth, right?
I can see marriages because usually it might be financial, but when it's kind of like boyfriend and girlfriend, it's usually someone cheating.
Something, yeah.
Outside baby.
I mean that's true, but I can't necessarily attest to that because my last breakup wasn't that. So I mean, it can just be like that, but that's not the norm though. To be honest.
Y'all can grow apart career-wise. What if your career took you to LA and y'all live in DC? Well, I've seen people break up because they one job took them another place and they were only boyfriend and girlfriend. So why sacrifice?
Exactly.
Your career for some exactly. And they may not want to break up, but again, it's not like they're married or have kids or anything. So it happens more than just the movies. But I do agree with you though. I'm pretty sure most of them is either cheating, the outside baby, which is cheating, and I think because women can forgive cheating. I feel like
when there's no
evidence.
It can be a constant reminder of the infidelity. Yes. It's like I have to change that your infidelity's diaper. I'm like,
nobody knows. This ain't what's that movie? This ain't Fences, and this ain't the '60s, and women have more of a gateway to kind of do their own thing. It's not Fences. People not taking it back no more.
I mean, I would stay if I really loved her and she had an outside baby.
If she was pregnant.
I would consider it.
But you wouldn't even know it was an outside baby until after the baby was here. You done went 9 months thinking that baby is yours.
Loved her,
really?
I think love conquers all.
You know what we're not going to do? is go cliche.
I'm going to leave his number because he's clearly trying to, put himself out there.
Sad baby ladies, he's trying to love you.
Yes, he don't even care if you had pregnant with another man's baby. If he loves you, he's gonna be.
People make mistakes.
No,
man.
I can't.
You gotta make those mistakes on your own.
Would you really do that?
No.
I'm there's
no way. No way.
Yeah, okay, we had to clear that up. Look like it, but women won't even do it. God damn.
No, not rocking. No.
Okay, but yeah, but just to close out, the main thing is protect yourself. If you move with your significant other, or your significant other move with you, or y'all, coming together and buying something, protect yourself. Make sure you can stand on your own 2 feet if anything happens. Don't be homeless if it doesn't work out, because you have to consider that. Even though y'all so in love in the beginning, and I know it. Y'all may be
right,
but protect yourself. Make sure you're good. Be considerate of other people's space, of your significant other space. Just be the person that you want to live with. Any tips that you have for people out there who are considering moving in with someone or moving in with their significant other? Any tips?
Man, just get that place together. Shop together. Find what you want. Make it convenient for both of you.
I don't necessarily think that they have to get it together. Like, I think that one can move in with the other, but something has to be in writing.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of foundation to fall back on in the end of the day, because if you just free for all it, you might get homeless.
Get yourself something in writing.
But what would you have in writing? Because then you got to deal with paperwork, you got to deal with courts.
Then deal with it. It's better than being homeless. It's protect yourself, to make sure, like, hey, if this doesn't work out, that you keep your house. I'll have 6 months to leave, or whoever house it is, or you get what you bought, or with something like that, or if we bought it together, then the person that has the house keeps it, or something like that. Some type of agreement.
Buy it together,
or
because the police can remove you, even like in the state of Maryland, if you're getting like mail to that address, they have to give you like 30 days.
Yes, by law.
But say if you're a woman and you feel threatened by me, there's a way they can remove me from there.
Don't do that. Don't do that, black women. Don't do that. Just be ethically right. Don't, because karma will come back on you.
And I'm not even trying to put that on women, but
women, because when the police comes, point blank period, no matter what happens, the man could have a black eye, and they're automatically gonna assume that he was the wrong person. So I'm pretty sure it goes the same way for like an eviction type of thing. They're gonna give more leeway to the woman, and just don't take advantage of that. Like, don't create that bad karma for yourself. But because it's going to come back, whether it's in your next relationship or whatever in life. But I would say definitely just get something in writing, get it notarized, whatever it needs to be, but make sure y'all just not homeless if it doesn't work out. Any other tips?
The only tips that I have is mostly for the guys. You have to watch a whole bunch of shows you don't want to watch. All the basketball wives, housewives, baseball wives, flat irons,
baseball wives,
flat irons, hairpins, all of that. I mean, it's pretty much not your house. You're just living there. Your space is
kind of true. Not every girl watches reality
TV. We gotta deal with playoffs,
Madden,
all of them. Every playoff ever, March Madness, April Madness, May Madness. Then it's football season.
That's madness too.
Also,
you can't drink the juice out of the carton anymore. That goes away.
No,
thank you.
You cannot
wash the whole house.
That's so dumb. Like, we got cups.
We have cups.
Chris just said that. He was like, "That's a waste of cups." Like, no, it's
we just
not.
That's why we got the cups. Right, to use them. Like, we have the cups for decoration. We never use them.
It was something I was gonna say when you said that.
No armpit hair on the soap. They complain about that too.
Don't use my soap. Don't use my soap.
You touch my all of your shampoo, all of those herbal essence, all that expensive stuff, that's ours now.
No,
ours. See, you are a unit. You move as one.
Brazilian keratin shampoo and conditioner.
All the nice shea butter.
It's expensive.
Right. This is not no cheap show. Like, no.
You want my beard to be soft? I need to use your conditioner.
No, you need to use beard butter. We're gonna get you some beard butter. And we're not using bars of soap. There will be no Irish Spring in this home. Like,
oh my God. Dove bars are good.
Dove bars are good.
It's
so convenient to just squeeze on the loofah.
That's
true. I do love a loofah squeeze.
But and another thing is, fellas, for the toilet, just put the toilet down. Put it up when you use it, and put it down when you're not using it. I don't want to go to the bathroom and there's like sprinkles of your surprises on the damn toilet.
Yes. You don't like surprises? Women like surprises.
No, actually, not no more. Not no more. It's disgusting. Like, just be mindful. You live with a woman. Right. Women, be mindful. You live with a guy.
Right. You know, so keep get your 22-inch Brazilian strands out the sink.
Yes. Come on, out the clogging up
clog up in the shower. Yes.
Because the men are gonna have to clean it out.
Mm-hmm. Get your strands out.
One other thing I can suggest is, if your guy, depending on what he does, like, he's gonna just leave like certain shit places, like clothes, equipment, whatever it is that he does. Ladies, we might have to just create the space for him to organize it, because they're not going to do it themselves. They're just going to throw it on the couch or over the banister or whatever. Just create space for them with the space for their shoes, the space for their whatever, the equipment or whatever.
You leave clothes in the bathroom floor, just put a basket in there. Like, that's what I did. And it just saves you so much trouble.
Yeah.
Now it just goes in the basket. There we go, off the floor.
Well, thank you so much for watching and having fun with us today with this topic. I hope that it helps you. I hope that it gives you some insight on what it is to live with your significant other. And I hope it prepares you, or if you've already done it, I hope you can relate. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram. I'll leave their Instagrams and Twitters or whatever they have. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good week.